Hi everybody, welcome back. This is Janet Wright, and this is going to be the part 3 video for today's walkthroughs. May 25th, 2018 was yesterday, it was Friday, and it was the first healing in the set of 3. And the theme is all about spring cleaning, like general cleaning, but also decluttering, giving away objects, organizing objects that you own, and all sorts of object baggage, like acquiring objects, owning objects, losing objects, not having the objects that you need, you know, blah, blah, blah. So this video in particular is going to help you clear expectations. So it's going to help with really productivity in general, but also taking action with cleaning and organizing and, you know, decluttering and all that. So, but I think this video is a very good general productivity walkthrough as well as for cleaning and decluttering. So in this video, we're going to do, I think in the healing, it was steps 4 and 5. It's basically towards the end of the healing. It was like the last 2 major steps that we did in the healing. We're going to clear expectations that you have in your space. And then we're going to clear problem exhaustion. Problem exhaustion. And that's a new term that the angels and I made. That happens a lot, actually, with people, where you have baggage around some projects that you need to get done or some problems that you need to solve. And that baggage kind of paralyzes you. Like, I spoke to this one woman recently, just on email, a client of mine, and she's like, oh, you know, I have this terrible job and I'm so exhausted and blah, blah, blah. And she had problem exhaustion. I mean, she was blaming it all on this job that she had, but I mean, yeah, it's not the greatest job for her, but she's just stuck about it. But she doesn't realize that there's something that she can do about it. You know, she thinks she's just like basically holding her breath until somehow the universe magically smacks her in the face and gives her a job that's 10 times better, which won't happen. So I tried to give her a heads up on that she's got to get her act together, you know, but she had problem exhaustion, and you may have it too. It's really easy to get, where you there's kind of like maybe a major project that you have to do, or maybe a couple major projects, and you're just thinking, oh, that one's important, oh, that one's important, oh, that one's important too. And you're kind of thinking, well, maybe when they all get done, I'll feel better. But the problem is there's always something else. There's always some other mid-size or large project or problem that you have to resolve or solve. And so you know, the problem is not those particular projects, because it keeps happening again and again, right? The problem is you're not clearing your baggage about your projects. You're not lightening up enough so that you can just sort of multitask and get things done and feel light about it. You know, maybe you've never worked that way before, so you didn't even know it was possible. So now you know, let's get to work. So first, let's clear expectations out of your space, because that can be so paralyzing. It's kind of a deal breaker, you know. So the expectations are different than goals. Expectations are very hard and rigid. You may not realize this. You may create your own expectations for, oh, so-and-so should treat me this way. Oh, this job should be like this. Oh, this project should only take me 1 day to do, blah, blah, blah. And you create these hard sort of versions of how things should happen. And that is not good because it's different from a goal. A goal is more flexible. So you can say, I would like to do this project in a day. You know, my goal is to do this project in a day. My intention is to do this project in a day. But say you get into it and you realize, like, wow, no, this is 3 days worth of work. If you made a goal, it sort of more naturally flows and realigns itself to then now you're starting to figure out what the 3 days of work are going to be like and how you can do them best and how you can make that happen. Or maybe you don't have 3 days, so you're going to have to scale back on what you were going to do or whatever. You know, it becomes much more fluid and flowing, right? Whereas if you just have this expectation of like, no, this will take a day. That, you know, oh, no, he should do this, or, oh, they should be acting this way. And then it doesn't happen. You just get stuck. You just get maybe cranky or really stressed. And, you know, you just kind of fight reality in your brain. We don't want to fight reality. So anyway, let's do that first. It's so easy to do. You're going to be amazed. Okay, so all we did is we made piles. Okay, we made piles of the expectations. And we did a little bit, like it was sort of like you want to clear it, of course, but you want to kind of learn and realize something along the way, perhaps. Some days I just want to clear stuff. I don't really care, to be honest. But I'm a reader, and I've been a pro level reader for, you know, many years. I don't know, let's say I'm 48 now. I've been a pro level, you know, very competent reader probably since I was, let's say 25. So it's been more than 20 years for me that I've been. So, you know, sometimes it's like not as fascinating for me. I'm just like, yeah, let's clear it. I got to do some work. But anyway, okay. So make piles of unhealthy, well, any expectations are unhealthy, right? Because they should be goals, not expectations, you know? And if it's other people, you shouldn't have expectations. I mean, you could think, okay, well, this is the likelihood that this person will act this way or this way. But if you're going to have a rigid set expectation, it tends to make you kind of controlling. And then you're not able to cope with reality if they don't meet your expectations. So anyway, just any expectations that are in your space that, you know, are blocking you up, which is pretty much any expectations in your space. But you want to just make some piles, make 2 piles. How about that? If you want. One pile is the expectations that are in your space that are yours, that you actually made these expectations, maybe accidentally, but you did. And then expectations that are from other people. And you can even make sub-piles if you want, like family people, personal life people versus work people. Because sometimes that's kind of interesting too. Like you didn't realize certain family members maybe were doing it, handing you expectations, or, you know, have in the past, but you still have them in your space. And then maybe some work people you didn't realize were handing you expectations, and you're like, oh, that's interesting, you know, maybe. But then you can compare too, like, okay, other people's expectations to your expectations in your space, like how many of each. If you've been working with me for a while, you've probably heard that your expectations are not healthy, so maybe you've cleared a bunch of yours, but, you know, maybe not. But anyway, so you got your piles, however much they are, you know, of expectations. And if you don't have intuition about your pile versus other people, who cares? You know, just bring up the red earth energy and soak all the piles. Right? And then just ask your angels, is this okay for me to clear all this right now? And your angels will change the piles if maybe you were overambitious or something. So if you didn't see or hear your angels, that's okay. Just asking is good enough. They'll double check it for you. Okay, and then gold light with your hands, or a gold hose if you prefer, or like gold sun shining on the piles. I like using my hands. So just gold light surrounding the piles to melt away any energy cords going into the piles. And then move out of resistance. Just think, part of you was the glue holding all these expectations in your space. And that part of you can just relax that part of you and switch into being the flow. So instead of being the glue, be the flow. I'm going to be the flow. I'm going to be the flow. There. That's so nice. I love how that feels. Okay. And if you're a newbie, you may not have felt it, but it still really helped you. You may not have felt it because you're not in body enough, but yet. But you just keep clearing, keep working your energy, keep using these videos, and you'll get more and more in, and then you'll feel more. Unfortunately, it'd be nice if the newbies felt, you know, all newbies felt stuff, but it doesn't work that way. You have to just keep going on faith and keep clearing on faith for a while. All right, cool. So let's do another pile of expectations, any expectations that you have that you're ready to clear, that are healthy and gentle for you to clear out of your space. So I'm making 2 piles, one that are from me and one that are from other people. And then I'm splitting up just, you know, kind of automatically. I'm splitting up piles. So like one pile is from genetic relatives or personal life people. And then one pile is from work people. And then, you know, you can just also subconsciously learn, like just run gold light through the piles and be like, okay, I'm going to learn. You know, I want to learn subconsciously. If you don't have conscious realizations, you can still learn. Okay. And then, so we already ran red earth energy. We soaked them in red earth energy. So now gold light, just lots of gold light, melt away all the energy cords going into the piles. And then move out of resistance. Move out of resistance. Just let the piles clear. There you go. Very nice. So a quick example of an expectation that I had that was blocking me up was taxes. I expected to be able to do my taxes on like a couple weekends ago, but then I had to do other things instead. So I had like a leftover expectation of like, I was kind of counting on that, you know, like, oh, that'll really help. That'll be great if I could do more taxes on that day and then that day and that day, you know, and I kind of had it all figured out, you know, so I didn't realize that that was stuck as an expectation now kind of looming over me like, and I didn't do it and it's not done and it's not done. You know, because I got an extension, so it's not like the end of the world that it's not done, but because I had the expectations that were there, it kind of felt a little too burdensome. So now it's gone. Ironically, it will help me to get them done, you know, because I'll have less blockage about it. Okay, cool. So let's clear problem exhaustion. So again, problem exhaustion is just baggage that you have in your space. It could be other people's energy too, about problems or projects. So in the healing, we did the top 6 problems or projects. Okay, so you could make separate piles, you know, the top 6 piles for the top 6 problems or projects. But I think I'm just going to make like a big gold dumpster, you know, a big gold metal box, giant big gold metal box out in front of me, and just fill it up, you know, with my baggage about top 10 problems and projects that I have to get done, you know, and this can be conscious and subconscious. So you don't have to remember, oh gosh, which 10? Oh, I only have 4 now, Janet. Oh, what are the other 6? No, you know, just bam, do it with the smart part of your subconscious mind. Just, you know, the baggage that's healthy and gentle for you to clear right now for your top 10 problems and projects. Okay. And just put that in, you know, out in front of you. You could make like a big gold blanket, do it like a blanket exercise and make a big pile on the blanket. Or you don't have to, you know, you don't even have to make a gold metal box. You can just make a big pile out in front of you of the baggage, okay? And then, of course, we're gonna do a red soak. So bring up the red earth energy from the core of the earth and soak the pile or piles. I'm gonna soak my big gold metal box because I made a dumpster, gold dumpster to put my baggage in. And just soak it in the red earth energy and now gold light. And as you're removing the cords, we got to ask the angels, right? So angels, can you please double check this pile or these piles, right? Just to make sure. Yeah, my angels made my pile a little smaller. They're like, you're a little overly ambitious today, Janet. You don't want to clear too much at once because then it's kind of like distracting because then you have to kind of like rebalance a lot if you clear a lot more than is just healthy and gentle. So we're going for what's healthy and gentle. Okay, so you brought up the red earth energy. You melted away cords from all the piles with gold light. You asked your angels to double check, right? So you're not being over ambitious like me. Now, you could subconsciously or consciously slightly read some of this baggage. Like for me, like I already said, well, I didn't say actually. But you can just get a sense of like the different problems that the baggage is in here. Chances are that's easy. Just a couple of them be like, oh yeah, that, oh yeah, that, oh yeah, that, oh yeah, that, you know? But it doesn't matter, you know, like don't go into the piles. Just be aware of a little bit of it. It's not essential though. Sometimes it's interesting to see, you know, what you were stuck about. And then just move out of resistance. Move out of resistance, because part of you was the glue holding on to all this baggage. And now you can be the flow. Instead of being the glue, go ahead, be the flow. Go ahead, be the flow. You don't have to hang on to this stuff anymore. This is just baggage. It's just in your way. Deep breath. There we go. So all my baggage melted and I just blew up and got rid of my little gold box that it was in. If you have any leftovers, you can give them to your angels. Say, angels, can you please take this for me? All right. Let's do that again real quickly. So again, out in front of you, what is that in the camera? Oh, my backdrop. Sorry about that, my backdrop. I'm not gonna bother fixing it. Okay, so out in front of me, some another problem I have to fix. Out in front of you, just make, you know, a big pile or several piles, whatever works for your brain, of whatever's causing your problem exhaustion, you know, any baggage that's in your space, any other people's energy that's in your space about your top 10 problems or projects. Okay? It could be, you know, errands, it could be to-do list things, you know, work projects, personal projects, doesn't matter. And you don't have to think of it all. Just have the smart party, put it all out in front of you in a big pile. Okay? And go ahead and soak it with red earth energy. That's a real easy, gentle thing to do. You bring it up from the core of the earth and you soak the whole pile in red earth energy, right? And then gold light. Just surround the pile in the gold light just to melt away the energy cords that are going into the pile from you or from other people. Okay? And then go ahead and ask your angels, angels, can you double check my pile or my piles? My angels just took a teeny bit off of this pile. They're like, pretty good, Janet. All right, so then now move out. Well, you could do a little reading on this pile if you want, if it's totally optional. And if you're not conscious of it, you can just say, okay, I want to learn, you know, on a subconscious level, you know, which is good enough. Yeah, for me, sometimes I'm overthinking, like, okay, what day am I going to have time to do that? Oh, what day am I going to have time to do that? Oh, how is this, you know, it's like I'm overthinking. Imagine that. So hard to believe, right? Okay, so now move out of resistance. Move out of resistance. Don't be the glue, be the flow. Just let all that baggage just melt away. Deep breath. I can let go, right? Think about letting go. Move out of resistance. Wiggle your toes. So my pile all cleared. If your piles did not clear yet, you can pause the video, do a little more, or just ask your angels. Angels, can you help me clean this up? All right. So to end this video, let's do two things real quick. Just recreate your grounding real wide all around you. Right? Here's grounding. Go ahead, think about it and create your grounding as wide as your whole aura. Right? Mine's all the way out here, as wide as your whole aura, and just create your grounding that wide, red or orange or yellow, all the way down to the core of the earth, flowing all the way down to the core of the earth, and just let there be a nice, strong downward flow, because we just cleared a lot, and that just starts a lot of good ripple effect where you're letting go of even more. So you could recreate your grounding like this a couple times, today, tomorrow, just to keep your flow going. All right. And let's end this video just like we did end the healing. We redid the gold energy aura buffer zones, which if you know how to do that, just takes a sec. Gold energy aura buffer zones video, gold energy aura buffer zones video, 18-minute video. And then let's ask the angels for a blessing and a healing. So angels, can you please give me a blessing and a healing? All right, so my healing is probably going to go on for another 2-3 minutes. And your angels know exactly how long of a healing you need to, so you don't have to think about it. So good job. You cleared expectations out of your space, and you also cleared away problem exhaustion. So please feel free to comment under the video if the video helped you. If you've done it for a couple days and you're still not productive, or whatever, please, I would love to hear your feedback. And if you want other people to see the video, please do give it a thumbs up as well. Okay, bye.